project, every organization that is birthed has people who are indispensable to the success or creation of that project.
20 years ago, I was a Jesuit teaching law at Santa Clara Law School, and I met a student, Ruben Pizarro, who was frankly thinking about dropping out of law school because it wasn't connected to what he wanted to do. He wanted to work with poor folks and people who actually needed legal representation.
I'm a first-year law student at Santa Clara University, and I'm totally disillusioned, totally disheartened, because before I went to law school, I was teaching, I was impacting the community in a very, practical way. I could see the difference that I was making. I go to law school, and I'm going to class, and then I'm going to the library. I'm stuck in a cubicle with a bunch of books, and I don't see it. For some reason, I have this kind of impatience, and I'm thinking this is not where I belong. And I remember going and talking to several of my law professors and telling them that I think I'm making the decision that I'm just going to drop out of law school.
And so one day, after having talked to him, we went out to East San Jose, to King and Story, where we met a lawyer who was working, Jose Sanchez, with undocumented folks mostly on the street corner. We heard stories about them being ripped off by unscrupulous employers, people who would say, I don't have to pay you because you're undocumented.
The first thing that I felt was, I felt a familiarity. I sensed a familiarity and an allegiance to those men who were standing on those corners and asking people to hire them. I saw my father and them. I saw my uncles. And I saw so many of the men who come to work as farm workers in the Salinas Valley. And it just made me feel like that was exactly what we should be doing with our law school education. We should be representing those people who do not have a voice.
One of the most extraordinary things that happened is when Eric and Nancy Wright came along and said, you know what, we're going to bring this fully within the law school. We're going to make this a permanent project. And through their efforts, they went out and sought federal funding and grants. They brought their support within the faculty behind them. And lo and behold, this finally became a central part of Santa Clara Law School. And that was a great day.
They were such great mentors because they accepted the student vision of what the Law Center could be, and they helped make it happen. They helped grow it, and they made each of us who were part of it grow into the positions that were created to make the Law Center as it is today.
And it was at that juncture that Professor Eric Wright suggested that we enroll in his public interest class so that we can flesh out those issues. We can think it through and figure out how we were going to pull this off and develop a program.
I think our most impressive thing was in the immigration area. Laura Ramirez had a string of winning, and I say Laura did, the students working with Laura had a string of winning asylum cases, one after the other. And the wage and hour stuff, that was basically what was putting food in people's mouths. And then we found out that, in fact, a lot of people were getting ripped off by people with consumer contracts. So that's where Scott came in.
I know that the center almost surely wouldn't exist as it exists today without the Wrights getting it started, and there's probably others that can tell that story better than I could. But they hired some incredible people, including Peggy Stevenson and Laura Ramirez. And then I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Eric and Nancy. It was their idea to start a consumer program, to hire me.
I'm just amazed at what this Law Center has become. I mean, it is so exciting to know that we had a small part in making this wonderful center be here. I mean, to me, it's by far the most important thing that I did when I was teaching at the school. So I'm very, very proud to be part of this.
Yeah. This is the second most important thing I've done. 20 years ago, we got married. That was the most important
that's
thing.
not fair. All right, second most important.
So I can always remember our anniversary because it's the same. We got married right around the same time we started the center. So the two are the same. And this is our 20th anniversary right now. So 20th anniversary starting the center. But I'm the same as Nancy. I basically think being a part of this. And it's a team effort. After every game, they always come out and say, well, it's all a team effort when they win. Well, it was a team effort. I mean, there were students involved, there were faculty involved, there were people that came in and gave money that were involved. There were just lots and lots of people who contributed at various points in time. It actually was Cynthia Mertens who really brought it on board as a real part of the law school officially. So
Yeah, she
I'd
was
have to give her.
instrumental
I'd
in
have
that.
to give her real credit for doing that.
Yeah.
I would like to thank Professors Wright for having the amazing initiative to start this law center, not only for the students that get the opportunity to practice, but also for the clients.
So I really want to thank you for creating this environment for us every single day and for never doubting that this was going to happen. Thank you. You changed my life. And you might not know me, but you did change my life.
Eric and Nancy Wright, the East San Jose Community Law Center, the Alexander Community Law Center is indebted to you. And there is no one more deserving of the Founders Lifetime Achievement Award than both of you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your efforts. Thank you for your vision. Your lives have truly made a difference for so many.